was gaming with my boys, the big dogs. We were going crazy, and then boom. I look down, and it's my stomach. I'm looking everywhere, and then I find some old nuggets. And as I'm playing, I stopped because my stomach started swirling. So I started thinking, bingo, DoorDash. I ordered some antacids and I ordered my favorite meal. It came here so quick. I took my medicine, down my meal, and became champions, baby. DoorDash is the real MVP. Let's go! Is the real MVP. Let's go! Is the real MVP. Let's go!
Hail, Symphonia, come brothers, hail. May find you Alpha ever reign. Hearts, hands, and minds we what it is you can conjecture. Light your pipe and then reflect your symphony on. In the outer portal standing are some men who need commanding. They were never known before to be symphonions. But when we have made the mixture, polished well their greenish texture, light your pipe and then reflect your symphony on. But when college days are over, look back on the days of clover. Think of all those old reunions of symphonions. Think when first we took your measure, joyous days brimful of pleasure. Light your pipe and then reflect your symphony on.
Let every good fellow now join in our song.
Viva la compagnie!
Success to each other and pass it along.
Viva la compagnie! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie!
A friend on the left and a friend on the right.
Viva la compagnie!
In willing endeavor our hands we unite.
Viva la compagnie! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie!
Should time or occasion compel us to part,
Viva la compagnie!
these days shall forever enliven the heart.
Viva la compagnie! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva la, viva la, viva l'amor! Viva l'amor, viva l'amor, viva la compagnie! Hey! You
check, check. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is no time like the present. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show of a lifetime. We are here with some Friday night PMA LCS Week 7 action between Bilgewater Surprise and Bung's Burgers. My name is...
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy! My name is Eric Flesh Mills, and this is...
Steven Double Bacon Wrap Schwartz.
And here we are, getting ready for some action. How you feeling about this matchup, DB Dub?
I think that it's going to be explosive. I don't know why, but I just have a gut feeling. Game 1, I'm going to say 3 kills a minute on average. I'm going to +1 it this week.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Did you and I cast together the game that broke 100 kills?
This is only my third, and I don't think so. If so, then I was not paying enough attention.
Regardless, I'm excited. I hope we break 100 kills in both games. We are jumping into pick and ban shortly here, friends. I've just received a link. Do 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 do. Let me set that up real quick like. Looks like we have Bung's Burgers on blue side for game 1, with Bilgewater Surprise on red side.
Bilgewater Surprise. What do you think would come up if you looked that up on an Urban Dictionary?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to know the etymology or the origin of that name. I'm not sure if I want to know. But
All I know is that my moo was left out.
It can't be worse than Rel's Nasty Gooch, can it? I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I'm really excited for this matchup. Two teams who are vying for playoff position. Two teams kind of in the upper middle of the pack. Bilgewater Surprise, if I'm not mistaken, is on a 4-0 run since role swapping. Now, more on that in a minute. But Bung's Burgers, I believe, are fresh off of a 2-0 last week over Real Name Gone, unless I've lost track of time. But we are jumping in to pick and ban right away. Bung's Burgers bans Shyvana. We have a no ban, it looks like, from Bilgewater Surprise. Maybe they got in trouble with their when to meet. Is that a no ban from Red? Let me just double check that.
Yes.
Okay, so we did confirm that is a no ban from Bilgewater Surprise, probably a when to meet consequence. So there's your lesson, brothers. Be sure to fill out
no ban from Blue.
Fill out your when to meet. Oh, I forgot to change the name of the stream.
Second ban from Bung's Burgers is Akali.
Indeed, so that would be aimed at their mid sub, TNT. Let me go change the name of the stream. I forgot.
What you know about playoffs?
What you
Red
know
Wolf
about
89.
playoffs? We talking about playoffs?
Talking about playoffs?
Those
Talking
are
about
still-
practice?
Those are still a good 4 weeks away, but all teams trying to get to what I would speculate is about the 11 win mark is going to be what locks a team into playoffs. About 11 game wins. Bung's Burgers sitting on 7. Bilgewater Surprise sitting on 6, and so they are both with about 4 weeks left of play in position to try and nab a playoff spot. We see an Ari ban come in third. That's also targeted at TNT, the mid lane sub for Bilgewater Surprise. And then a Lilia ban directed at IC Memes. There's an Insta Sejuani lock-in from Bung's Burgers. That is a flex pick nowadays. Can go jungle, but I believe it's been played top quite a bit recently by Garfield Juice.
And we have an Ash being hovered here, it looks like. And again, another flex pick potential, but probably going support, I would imagine. Especially since he likes poke champs. Looks one trick almost.
Indeed, indeed. And there is Sinfonia John's Comfort Viego hovered. He loves the champ, plays it a lot, and plays it really, really well. So that would not surprise me at all as a blind jungle pick for him.
Yeah, and there's the lock-in.
Okay. This is week 7, and so this should be Bung's Burgers versus Bilgewater Surprise. Stream info updated successfully. You love to see it, brothers. You love to see it. And there's a Zeri. Zeri Nautilus. A very formidable bot lane locked in. I presume that Zeri will be going to OP in the bot lane. I think they're going to plug in that sub to the 80 carry role and move Clumsy Chocobo to mid lane. That would be my assumption, but you know what they say about assumptions, Double Bacon Wrap.
They make a... Just kidding, this is a PG stream over here.
No parental guardianship required. And there's the Hodor Nation Taric being locked in. So Ashe Taric, a formidable bot lane, tons of CC and utility, and of course the dreaded Taric Ultimate will come online for team fights later. So we have seen Hodor Nation really gravitate toward this Taric pick when it is available. Kindred ban being levied against Icy Memes, who popped off hard on the pick last week. And there is a Gnar ban from blue side targeted at Guy Fieric, the top lane sub for Bilgewater Surprise, presumably playing top lane. For his normal team, he's been playing jungle as of late, but his Gnar is feared. And then a Hecarim ban. What do you think of all these jungle bans, DB Dub?
Yeah, they're really going in on Icy Memes here. Unless Sejuani's going to the jungle, they must be really sold that Garfield Juice is taking Sejuani top, which, I mean, you do see very frequently, especially the no flash is what I've seen a whole bunch of.
Yeah, the Ignite TP Sejuani. Yep. Honestly, that would be my guess. Is that top lane is the intention for that pick. While I do like the flex value it brings, I think they're probably going to want Icy Memes on something that can carry maybe a little bit harder. He's known for his Wukong among other picks.
Yeah, they definitely need some damage. That's for sure. They need Icy Memes on something that he can have some carry potential on, and then a strong AP major. Probably not Assassin. They're getting kind of tanky over here on the side of Bilgewater Surprise.
Yeah, there's a Gragas on R4, an interesting pickup, presumably top lane.
But also be mid.
Could be mid. There's a world in which it's mid. There's a world in which it's support if they're doing something real crazy with the Taric. And of course, we haven't mentioned that it could also be jungle if they were to take the Viego top. So that's quite the quadra-flex there from Bilgewater Surprise. And then we see the Swain locked in on the blue side, presumably for Clumsy Chocobo in the mid lane. We have seen him play this pick before and play it really, really well. And so that would be my assumption there, is that that's a mid lane Swain. And we'll probably see a jungle pick here to round out the Bung's Burgers comp.
Diana.
I would not have been surprised by the Wukong either, but Diana, another one of Icy Meme's power picks, gonna go into the into Le Jungle, unless they're getting real flexy and they're going Swain top, Diana mid. Not what I expect. I'm expecting that Diana to go into the jungle for sure. And Bilgewater Surprise gonna round out their comp with a Victor for the mid lane for TNT.
So it's looking like Gragas top. So we got Guy Fieric on Gragas, Symphony and John on Viego, TNT on Victor, Hook My Book on Ash, and Hodor Nation on Tarek is presumably what we're thinking.
A really formidable team fighting comp from Bilgewater Surprise. Really from both sides. Lots of
From
front
both
line.
sides, yeah.
Yeah, lots of front line, lots of CC, lots of damage, lots of scaling. So it's going to be super fun to see how these two comps collide and how these two teams interact with one another.
I am a sucker for Engage personally, as a Tristana virtually one trick. Love to go in. I'm favoring Bung's Burgers on this one. I really like just the straight up dive comp they got going on here, and even if they somehow miraculously get through this front line, they're gonna have a Swain and Diana right in their face if they have to play defensively. It's gonna be a pretty tough matchup.
Yeah, they got lots of engage with Nautilus, with Sejuani,
Diana even.
but then again, on the side of Bilgewater Surprise, you've got the Ash Arrow for engage, you've got the Gragas Belly Bop, and you've got Taric stuns and whatnot. I suppose their engage is not quite as strong as that on the side of Bung's Burgers, but the Taric ult, the use of the Taric ult is going to be really interesting here to see if they can withstand the engage that we were talking about from Bung's Burgers.
Hey, you're definitely right there, and I would like to also see potentially. I mean, if Viego were to take over, really Sejuani, Nautilus, or even Swain, adds even more beefiness. So watch out if the tanks go down first with Viego. Be one beefy front line for Ash and Victor to just absolutely shred your team.
And Ash and Victor will do that if given the time, if given the space in team fights, particularly that hard scaling Victor. So we're gonna see how the whether the Diana can get on top of that Victor and take him down, whether Swain can make enough space for the Zeri to pop off and jump over walls and do Zeri things.
Obi-Wan, I would like to personally welcome you to All Things Considered here at NPR.
I'm feeling in a very calm sort of mood this Friday evening. Let's have a nice calm broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
5 minutes in, I'm gonna be screaming. Just wait.
Yeah, this is the calm before the storm. Let's face it.
Oh,
But
for sure.
but brothers, it's great to see you guys tuning in. We're up to an audience of about 15 on Twitch. You'd love to see it. We were at about 3 when we went live, so really glad to see you guys tuning in on this Friday evening. Hope all ye fine brothers are having a great week and looking forward to a great weekend.
Absolutely. How was your week back to work, Flesh? Tell us all about it while we're sitting here waiting.
I don't really want to talk about it, Double Bacon.
Okay,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Noted. So, League
I'm
of Legends.
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. It was fine. It was fine. You know, and I don't care who you are, what kind of teacher you are, whether you're teaching summer band or whether you're teaching English. It is hard to go back once you've had all that time off. You know, so I'm certainly ready to sleep all weekend. Let me put it that way.
Oh yeah.
But it's
Once
been
you break
fun.
that routine for a hot minute, it's tough to get back.
It is, but it's been fun. My kids, my students are doing great, and shout out to all my students listening. I don't know why I said that. Anywho, shout out to Super Hoagie in the chat.
Yeah.
I like this casting audience. Very friendly, very kind, very brotherly audience. As we check in on the lobby pick ban, no surprises, actually. We are seeing what we expected. Garfield Juice on the Sejuani top, Icy Memes on the Diana jungle, Clumsy Chocobo on the Swain mid. It's looking like Guy Fieric is taking Gragas top, Victor mid, Symphonia John jungle on the Viego, and then the Ash Taric bot lane. So I'll give us a little pat on the back there, DB Dub. We were correct about all of our so-called predictions for who was taking what champion into what lane.
Oh yeah. The only thing that I think that would be kind of spicy, just say a Nautilus Swain bot lane would be disgusting. And Clumsy has been playing AD carry. Doubtful, but I think you're right. I'm pretty
That
sure
would
Swain's
be
mid. It would be extra
that would
spicy
be
though.
disgusting and unlikely. Equal parts disgusting and unlikely, but I'm here for it.
You want to talk about a painful lane? My
Send
goodness.
send OP mid. Let's go.
Yeah.
Um, again, I don't expect it, but it would be very very spicy. Yeah,
I'm
exactly what
also a
Super Hoagie said.
madman.
Double bacon wrap getting Super Hoagie's vibes. You love to see it. All right, friends. Now that we have seen kind of where everybody's locked into, we're gonna run a quick ad here to make us some monies. So stick around for 60 seconds, and we will be right back. Okay.
Yeah, much better. Thank you for the help getting all that info.
Yeah. And this is the part where I guess the ads only go. I guess the subs don't see the ads. I think, and
So they can
so
hear
so
us.
we're still live for subs. I think is how this works. I'm not. I'm
Well,
not
hello,
100%.
subs.
Hello, subs.
If you can hear us, say hello in chat. Actually, say hello 123.
And thank
So we
you
know.
for being subbed to the great PMA LCS. No,
You
I
know what?
think yeah, I think there's a small subsection of people. Even ad blockers should still be getting ads at this point. I think, but
Well, hear me out. During this time when I cast, I'm gonna do at least one bacon-based pun, and I'm gonna call it bacon bits
bacon bits. You absolutely
with
love to
double
hear it.
bacon wrap.
You
So that's my
love to hear
that's my
it.
pun for game one for all the subs. So my bacon bits.
You love to hear it, and perfect timing too, because now we are back. All right, let's go into predictions then. My man, double bacon wrap. I'm gonna make you go first. Who do you predict is going to win this first game, and why?
Hmm. Which team did you say was on the 2-0 win streak right now?
Um, Bilgewater Surprise is they've won their last four individual games, their last two matches. They're 4-0. However, they have two subs, so this is a very different lineup for them.
Yeah.
Um,
My gut beforehand was saying Bung's Burgers just due to I love their comp. I think it was very well crafted. I think that it protects the Zeri and gives you a lot of outs in case if for some reason the Zeri doesn't pop off. You still have all the damage from the Diana and the Swain coming through. Tons of CC to lock down anybody that gets fed on the side of Bilgewater Surprise.
yeah,
So I'm gonna go with taking that streak down. I think they're gonna wind up going 4-1, and Bung's Burgers is gonna take the first game. That's my
yeah,
prediction.
yeah. I I'm gonna agree with you on the. My gut is also saying Bung's Burgers for game one, but the caveat is gonna be TNT's victor should not be underestimated. I think there is a world in which the game goes long and all of a sudden TNT is just blowing people up and he 1v9s late game.
I mean, that
Um,
is fair.
he's really solid on the pick. He knows how to hit those important farm thresholds and get into like super 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 late game. So that'll be the one caveat to my prediction. And if you would give us just a second, we are getting into the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Did we get any reaction from the subs on that in the chat? I'm just curious.
We got a goodbye 456, a real sassy goodbye 456 from
Okay.
none other than I believe it was Fudgy Ditters himself, with the
Yeah,
old
Fudgy.
goodbye 456.
You know what? Well, you get a special shout out for being a sub. Hopefully, you enjoyed our special time together.
Our special
Very intimate.
our special intimate time together.
Just casters and subs, you know. Another reason to subscribe to the PMA LCS.
Okay, we're getting in here,
Awesome.
and then we will pause.
This
Get
is
all
going to be a
this.
really stupid question, but how do I get the stats to permanently stay up instead of having to hold tab?
Get the stats to permanently stay up. You press O.
Oh. Ah, awesome.
Is
Thank
that
you.
what you're looking for?
That is exactly what I was looking for.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay.
I'm gonna pull Twitch chat up on my phone so that way I can interact.
Okay. Let's reconvene at 10 seconds on the game clock. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll do a 3, 2, 1, go.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay, scoreboard overlay, team 1, team 2. All right. Are you ready, DB Dub?
No.
How dare you?
Almost. So we're gonna be at 10 seconds in game. Yes, I am ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Looks like we're seeing a 5-point from Bilgewater Surprise, but an invade led by the Nautilus. And with the, of course, you've got that Sejuani as well. Ash runs up towards the Pixel Brush. Bung's Burgers are not going to clear the ward. They're going to plunge ahead with the invade. You'd love to see it. Not much. Oh, they got the Ash Flash, actually. Siren Delphi with the Flash. Am I confused about... Did we have a last-minute sub? I wonder if we had a last-minute sub. For Mr. Hook My Book. Shout out to Siren Delphi on the Ash.
Minions have spawned.
DB Dub, did I lose you?
No, sorry. I was trying to get the stream up on my phone, and I just did. Perfect.
Perfect.
That way I
you
can
are perfect in
be a
my
part
eyes.
of the chat.
Absolutely
thank
perfect.
you, Flash.
You're welcome. Okay, okay.
Got a bot lane leash here. Yeah, it looks like level 3 gonna be probably mid or top lane pressure coming from Viego while getting the bot side clear.
I think Bilgewater Surprise knows where Diana started. I think there's a very curious ward underneath the blue buff area that Bilgewater Surprise got, and so they would have at least seen, I think they would have seen the Swain actually help out with the leash and then walk back to lane, so a little bit of intel in favor of Bilgewater Surprise.
Nice early deep vision. Let me get my score in order here real quick. There we go. So big old wet noodle fight up here in top lane. Okay. Trading body slams back and forth like it's the WWE.
I do like wet noodles. I mean, I am a ramen fan, and so
Oh yeah.
I'm always in the mood for some wet noodles, you know? Plus, my dog is named Noodles, and that is just a whole other universe of meaning there. Both junglers appear to be going for full clears here.
Yeah, good ward by Clumsy Chocobo, giving them information that the blue buff is indeed gone, meaning that, you know, gotta play towards the bot side to stay away from the Viego.
Yeah, you love to see supports making the use of the push. That's a really high intellect play, and when I said supports, I of course meant mid laners. I don't know why I said supports. Viego secures the top scuttle. Looks like they're going to handshake here, and Diana is going to secure the bot scuttle. Viego going up to his Krugarinos. We see that Garfield Juice probably knows that Viego is topside, given that he warded the Tri-Brush.
Young Gun getting low in the bot lane.
Thank
A
you,
lot of poke
DB Dub.
coming out. I'm so sorry.
I'm like staring at the mini map. Thank you for like watching the game for me. I appreciate it. So we have nearly first blood going over to Bilgewater Surprise, but Young Gun's gonna stick around and rely on those potions.
Yeah, they've got the wave in a good state here. They're not in too much trouble. Should be able to heal up and play safe.
Here
a little
comes
bit,
the Viego top lane. Garfield Juice is in big trouble, and that's first blood to the Viego. It's, you know, I'd love to watch that one back. He, I suppose his Tri-Brush ward didn't pick up the Viego in time. You know, you get the feeling he knew Viego was topside. Again, given that he warded the Tri-Brush, or at least someone had warded the Tri-Brush. Now we are since seeing that ward have expired, but no, he's not able to.
I just went back and it was active.
Yeah, so tough there for Garfield Juice, but first blood going on to Symphonia John. You love to see that if you're Bilgewater Surprise. He is a Viego maniac, plays the champion a lot.
What time are you at in game currently?
I'm at 5:20, 21, 25.
Let me know when 5:31.
5:31 is now.
Okay.
Thanks for checking that for us.
You are very welcome.
Much appreciated. We are seeing a CS lead develop here in the bot lane in favor of Opie on the Zeri. Opie is, in addition to being a heck of a guy, Opie is a great player who is a tremendous top laner and ADC player, so fun to see him sub in here. We don't get to see a lot of Opie, at least lately. Shout out to my Draft Diff teammate. Draft Diff, the most dominant of all PMA LCS teams. But enough about me. Still sparring here in the top lane. Guy Fieric is out of mana. Burns his flash there. He's in a bit of a precarious spot.
Yeah, definitely, especially without having TP up. I mean, he's kind of forced to stay here.
Yeah. There's a big scrap
maybe
here
a
in the
play
bot lane.
lane.
Hodor Nation going low, but Symphonia John is here in his mysterious Shroud of Mist.
Oh, Guy Fieric with the outplay.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
It looked like he was out of mana, but he had enough to ulti that Sejuani back under turret. That was a hell of a play from Guy Fieric on the Gragas.
Yeah, and the patience to wait for the mana to come back just enough to be able to belly flop and follow up under the turret was incredibly well played by Guy Fieric.
Yeah, Jubb baited. Garfield Juice falls to 0-2. I don't think he's super far behind in XP. We saw Gragas just hit level 7. I imagine we'll see Sejuani hit level 7 here shortly. Meanwhile, Dragon Control going over to Bung's Burgers here with that bot lane push. Of course, making it a lot easier for them to secure vision in the river. Symphonia John is around here, but it's respectfully, it kind of seems like there's some time being wasted on his part. This is probably a give and go next angle on this dragon.
Yeah, I think so too. Not a really good position. It's unfortunate because they had pretty solid vision throughout the entire river and still weren't able to get that down.
Yeah. Gotta attribute that to the bot lane advantage from Opie and Young Gun. The push prio giving them obviously the ability to rotate to their jungler and help secure that objective. So good on them for making good use of the bot lane priority.
Yeah, this next rotation through the jungle is going to be very interesting. Though you're going to be having some explosive plays coming from both Diana and the Viego.
We see that Taric ulti being blown there, kind of perhaps a panic ulti out there out of Hodor Nation. So nice hook then from Young Gun. That's a max value hook if I've seen one. And Garfield Juice in trouble again. Guy Fieric taking it to him. The Viego is
you
here.
better hide. Oh, missed the ultimate just barely.
Very close. Very close to another solo bolo here from Guy Fieric. Really taking over the top lane and. The Viego obviously spending ample time on the top side of the map helping him out, and we'll see if that advantage, if they can make good use of that advantage. You know, it appears that Gragas is building AP. You know, you see
fully expect the Diana to maybe take a pop at this overextension here. Oh, I fear it gets away just enough. Nothing to see here.
Pink Ward does go down though. That's a, you know, it's worth noting that a Pink Ward costs, you know, 75, and it gives the opposing team 30 when they clear it. So that's over 100 gold swing.
Lesson learned: don't buy pink wards. You heard it first from
you know,
Flesh.
Don't buy pink wards. That's you know, I kid you not. I think it was an LS video I was watching. He was advising, with a straight face, he was advising solo queue players to buy fewer pink wards.
Interesting.
And I found that very interesting, you know, because obviously in organized play, in competitive 5v5 setting, vision is absolutely OP, and so pink wards are a must. I mean, you know, we see lots of them in the inventory of all these players. But he was arguing, I think essentially he was arguing that in solo queue, if your team's not going to help you protect that vision, and
Gun with such a close queue yet again.
Yeah, did he get 2 flashes out of that hook? Both Ash.
Definitely Tarek. But
yeah, both Ash and Tarek. They're flashed down now, and then we see some big trading in the mid lane here. Here's Clumsy Chocobo with his ulti. There's a ghost from Victor trying to stay alive as we ping pong between bot lane and mid lane here. Victor getting pretty low. Not gonna go down.
Chase bot lane too. It's scrapping all over the entire map. Guy Fieric running for his life through the enemy jungle, behind enemy lines.
He's gonna run into the Victor. The Viego is going to try and clear this up. Swain has no ulti.
Gets out alive though.
Cross map Ash arrow coming in. Doesn't hit anybody.
Another great hook by Young Gun on Siren Delphi. Has to flash away.
Opie staying in it though a little bit.
Donation with the exhaust on Opie. Could be able to turn it around if they get the stun. They do with the ultimate coming out. And then they walk away. Another scrappy start with the kind of a... Oh.
Ooh. Nicely played from IC Memes on the Diana. They pick up 2 kills there in the mid lane. One goes on to the Swain, one goes on to the Diana. Really nicely timed counter big gank and really good Diana mechanics there on display from IC Memes. He played that about as perfectly as he could.
Yeah, he's going to get some extra gold off this too by pushing for the turret plate, and then Diana's looking to take the Rift Herald on top of it. So look for potentially another gank into taking first turret.
Yeah, and that gives more than a 1.5k gold lead to the side of Bung's Burgers. So their early game is looking really well solidified. And as I look down at the CS gap forming in bot lane, over 30 CS up for this Zeri. So good for Opie and Young Gun for they're just pushing relentlessly. And not only are they pushing, but they're getting a massive CS lead.
Yeah. See, but pushing with an engaged champion like Nautilus is kind of a catch-22 because while you have less minions in front of you, so less things to hook by accident instead of, you know, a champion, it also makes it harder because you're just so far up, putting you, you know, at risk for ganks, at risk for accidentally hooking their turret and going under by accident. It's a really tough place to play in, that's for sure. They're gonna get the first turret.
Yeah, first turret's gonna go down for the blue side. That gives them a almost a 3.5k gold lead.
Ooh, the fancy fee from Guy Fieric here.
He does have a level advantage over the Sejuani.
Sidestepping every bolo. My goodness. See if you can get a third one in a row. Doesn't need to. Throws the ult down. Can he commit to it? Flashes in, no problem. Guy Fieric says, "Get out of my lane, good sir."
Yeah, nicely played there from the Gragas. Meanwhile, Bung's Burgers is going to secure another dragon on bot side. So, is getting this AP Gragas fed top lane, you know, is that going to be enough to get Bilgewater Surprise back into this game? We will have to wait and find out. Siren Delphi eats the Nautilus hook. He's in big trouble. He's got no sums.
See, this is why I say all the time, I love a Nautilus support. My goodness, the plays coming out of Young Gun in this game. Well played.
Super bummer that Nautilus ended up securing the kill, though.
Agreed. Definitely would have been better on the Zeri. But, however, when looking at the CS lead, almost a double at this point. Very close. Zeri's definitely going to come back with first item.
Yeah. Just quite the CS canyon there in the bot lane. Zeri is going to be terrifying as this game goes on. Here's the Viego gank in the top lane, but Garfield Juice respects it, walks away, and we see the clear ward, the pink ward being cleared. Back on the subject of vision being bad, and Fwesh saying you shouldn't buy control wards. It's just stuck in my head now, the 100 gold, the idea that every control ward is worth 100 gold, you know? 30 to purchase, sorry, 75 to purchase, and then 30 over to the team who clears it, so I
think that it's hidden cost though, right? Because like the potential of what you get off of a well-placed pink ward, you know, either protection from a gank of all the waves that you have, securing an objective, having the clear to roam, you know, a lot of value from the pink wards. But I do agree, it's definitely not just 70.
Yeah, and I like the way you put that, because to me what that means is, like, at least when I'm playing solo queue, it's let me make sure I'm getting. Oh, we see a gank here in the top lane from the Diana. It's turning into a 3v3. Both mid laners come in. Nice Diana ultimate as she flashes in. Guy Fieric is down, and Symphonia John is going to go down as well. That's 2 kills over to the side of Bung's Burgers. Woo! That was fiery.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to get this top turret to go with it. I mean, they're going to be 2 turrets up, some solo kills on their laners. Looking pretty spicy on the side of Bung's Burgers.
Yeah, the Swain is looking really healthy. The Diana is looking really healthy. She's also up 40 CS over the Viego. That's a lot. There's my expert level analysis.
Just to make sure we're at the same time again, I am at 17:15.
Yeah, I think you're maybe 2 seconds ahead of me. If I were to, yeah, we're about right.
Cool.
I see memes under duress as he tries to counter jungle. Ding, there's another pink ward, 100 gold swing. Don't forget it, folks.
But 10 gold back. And another 100 gold down. Oh my goodness.
And so, rest assured, audience, world, nation, I am not saying don't buy pink wards. I am saying, especially when you're playing solo queue, make sure you are getting 100 gold worth of value out of your pink wards. That's really what I'm trying to say.
That is a very fair statement. You don't want to just throw it willy-nilly.
Nice.
Eric with the flank.
Big time Taric ulti goes down. Is this going to turn the fight for Bilgewater Surprise? TNT takes down Young Gun. Swain's in the middle of the fight with his ulti doing a lot of damage. Down goes Guy Fieric. There's the flash forward. A huge pullback from the Swain.
Good.
Wow.
Julio, you are a madman on Swain. Wow, what a pull.
And his emote game is strong too. That is a big time fight for the side of Bung's Burgers. Looks like a 4-for-1. The Swain did huge work in that fight, and the Zeri, of course, was behind him, pumping out the deeps. And that's going to lead to third Drake going over to the side of Bung's Burgers, as well as almost an 8K gold lead.
We're looking at a roughly 70, actually 69 gold lead for the Zeri in the bot lane, and 2 kills to boot. Not going to be pretty whenever they meet up again, that's for sure.
Nice hook from Young Gun. They have found Hodor Nation in the jungle, and he is in big trouble. He flashes into the Wolves pit, uses the blast cone to get out. Nice escape there from Hodor Nation. I thought he was dead, I'll be honest. Just a little bit of poke coming out of TNT, who is at his Ludens Plus Oblivion Orb. The Oblivion Orb here certainly necessary against the Swain.
I'm not saying that it's over by any means. Anything can happen in PMA LCS, but I will say I feel like there's definitely some blood in the water, and Bung's Burgers is just ready to feast.
We are seeing a scrap break out here top lane. Guy Fieric might be in trouble, but Young Gun is here. Sorry, Garfield Juice might be in trouble, but Young Gun is here to bail out his top laner. And we're seeing an Ash Arrow fly cross map. Hits the Zeri.
That's OP.
That might be more so of just a disengage in point of fact when all is said and done. Yeah. As we see the 4v4 top side does break up, and we our lovely directed camera pans us back here to bot side.
Siren Delphi down here trying to hold on for dear life, but just too much damage coming out from the Swain.
Bung's Burgers doing a really nice job accelerating their lead. A moment ago I said it was 8K, now it's nearly 11. We're seeing the Groggers have to flash Everfrost to get out of harm's way here as Bung's Burgers say, no, this is our jungle. Nice Taric stun. There's the Swain ulti coming out. OP's on the front line though. He's taking some serious damage, but he turns it back around real quick with the help of his team. And there's the shutdown coming in. Like I said, don't sleep on TNT. There's a double kill for the victor. This might be a triple. It might be a quadra even. There is a triple kill for the victor, and so I'll give myself a pat on the back for that one. Don't sleep on TNT. This guy knows how to play his scaling control mages. He knows how to farm. He knows how to dish out the damage safely, and so nice that he was able to get a couple of kills, not a couple, but get a trio of kills back. He also got the shutdown off the Zeri, so that's 4 kills worth of gold total going in the pocket of this victor. And I dare say there is a win con for Bilgewater Surprise.
Yeah, if they can somehow get a shutdown onto the Swain, off of the Swain onto the victor as well, I mean, he's going to be doing significant damage. It can pretty much blow up anybody on their team. I don't see a single bit of magic resist outside of some Mercury treads from Sejuani.
Yeah, that is a very scary Swain at this point. He's got 11 out of 13 kill participation as well, which means he's really finding himself in the right place at the right time for these fights. 5-0-6 with a fat bounty on his head. If I'm the side of Bilgewater Surprise, I'm asking myself, how can we get that 1,000 gold in the pocket of Victor? And with this pivotal 4th Drake coming up, we are seeing the teams sort of vie for Scuttle Crab, and I see memes with the clutch take on that Scuttle Crab is going to give some Dragon priority over to Bung's Burgers. We got 30 seconds until this Drake is live, and they now have complete control over the river, thanks in part to that Scuttle Crab. Bilgewater Surprise is looking for a way in, but it's tough. Whoa, in goes Clumsy Chocobo, in goes the Sejuani ult. Ashe is dead, dead, dead. Victor's looking for an avenue into the fight to put down some damage. He's on the backside on Nautilus. Meanwhile, Guy Fieric is being chased down by 3. He's going to go down as well. Kill secured by Garfield Juice. That was a tough one for Bilgewater Surprise. The moment they lost that Scuttle Crab, I felt an uneasy feeling for them, because this is going to give Infernal Soul over to Bung's Burgers.
Yeah, and if I'm Bung's Burgers, I'm thinking here, I mean, Swain's already starting to push mid. Yeah, exactly. I'd be rotating straight over to the Baron pit right now. I mean, I know the Viego's still up, but, I mean, just stop damage, turn on the Viego, get a free kill, get the Baron. I think it's a good play here.
Yeah, they're going to have no shortage of damage with the Zeri, with the Infernal Drake. Now, Symphonia John is in the neighborhood. He gets down a control ward. Dragon at 3k. Is it going to be a coin flip? Symphonia John goes in. Nice job on the side of Bung's Burgers, stopping DPS on the Baron so they can turn on the intruders. Nicely played from Bung's Burgers. Opie's going ham here.
I think a little too much. I mean, you got TNT just blows them up. Just over. Oh, it does it? I'm sorry, the Ashe dying. I got the animations confused there for a second. I thought Zeri went down.
No, I was looking too at Victor, thinking he was going to blow a couple people up, because he's got his second item. He's got more Magic Pen in his pocket. So, but he's not able to get any kills in return, and so Bung's Burgers plowing down mid lane with Baron buff, taking the first inhib, and they're posturing to try and end this game. We've got real short death timers on the rest of Bilgewater Surprise, so we'll see if they have something to say about this. Is this greed on the part of Bung's Burgers? And they are going to, it looks like, think the better of it. But this could be a good window for a counter engage. And there goes the Gragas ulti, there goes the Ashe ulti, both onto the Swain, but a 3-man Diana ulti turns it back. Really nicely played from IC Memes, picks up the double kill. And this is probably going to be GG. Bung's Burgers with the Infernal Soul, with the Baron buff. Targeting the Nexus now. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a Game 1 victory for Bung's Burgers.
4 Drakes, 26 minutes, 2 teammates with literally a flawless game. Congratulations, Bung's Burgers, for ending the 4-0 streak for the side of Bilgewater Surprise.
Indeed, indeed. Look at that beautiful, beautiful Swain KDA. 7-0 and 14. That's 21 out of 23 kill participation. That is redonkulous. That is my official word for it. Redonkulous.
And I want to think back to pretty much 10 minutes on. How many small scraps and skirmishes that we had throughout that just simply did not result in any kills. I mean, it was 2-2, I remember, for a while, and then Bung's Burgers pulled out a lead to, I think, about a 5-2, if I'm remembering correctly. And then they just absolutely took off.
Yeah, the snowball, it started quickly, but then it never relented for the side of Bung's Burgers. I mean, they just took the game over. It went from 1k gold lead to 3 to 5 to 8 to 11, and then the game was just over. So, Game 1 MVP. Let's see if we can check out some post-game stats here.
Yeah, and we're in the meantime, while you check out the stats, we're gonna pull together a straw poll.
I did that.
Oh, nice.
Pretty incredible game 1, folks.
I am
pretty incredible.
Really amazing. Speaking of which, do you have access to Caster's chat? I'm getting some weird background noise.
I do not.
Oh, unlucky.
Hey, Fleshy. You know, I'm sitting here with 2 of the players that were supposed to be in that game if you want to interview them.
I don't, but thank you.
Alright, well, I love you.
I love you. Bye. Anywho,
Welcome back.
Welcome back. That was just some unscheduled programming here. Do I have the stats? I do have the stats up. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these damage figures here. Clumsy Chocobo, my goodness, 26,000 damage. So he wasn't just a KDA player that game, make no mistake. Shout out to the Victor for doing almost 23k on the losing side. He was doing his job. He really, really was. Some CS totals here, and we are getting in the lobby for game number 2.
So, chat, what do you think? Who did you vote for MVP? Let us know. Who do you think should get MVP for Game 1 and why? We've got a 4.0 KDA coming out of Sejuani, a 14 coming out of both Diana and Zeri, got a 6.0 KDA coming out of the Nautilus, and a whopping 21.0 KDA from the Swain. What do y'all think? Siren Delphi says Garfield Juice. The 4-4 Sejuani. The relentless diving in.
Do 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 do. And ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, we are going to be jumping into game 2 pick ban shortly. I'm going to see if I can squeeze in a 1 minute ad here, 60 seconds, and we will be back for game 2 pick and ban.
Are we good?
Oh, we're good.
Okay, welcome back, subs. So, got
They're
another
back. You do your thing, I'll be
bacon
right back.
bit for you. What type of pig is used to make spicy bacon? If you know, let us know in the chat, and then once we get back, I will spontaneously say the punchline with no context for the rest of the world. Here we go. Peppa Pig, ladies and gentlemen. That is the answer.
And with that, we are back. We are getting ready for game 2 pick ban. Bilgewater Surprise on the blue side now. So the onus is really on Bilgewater Surprise to adapt their draft. What sort of adaptations do you expect coming into game 2?
Well, for starters, I think they need to get Clumsy Chocobo off of Swain immediately.
Agreed.
I think that is an absolute no-brainer. And I see memes from what I've seen so far has such a deep champion pool. I'm not sure if the Diana is worth the ban, even though he did play incredibly well game 1 on it. I think you leave it up and get rid of that Swain.
I agree. I think you ban or you prio pick away the Swain. I think TNT plays it. I'm not certain, but I think he does. Especially if it can be a flex pick. I don't know if Guy Fieric plays it, but I definitely agree with you. I get Clumsy Chocobo off that Swain 100%. I personally tend to think that Icy Memes is not very bannable at this point in his kind of PMA LCS career. Um, you can take him off of his top comfort picks if you want, but he's going to end up with something. You can't
ban them
ban it
off.
all. Yeah.
Exactly.
He does have plenty deep of a champion pool. But here we are, friends, diving into game 2 pick ban. Bilgewater surprise on the clock.
Yeah, I agree with Siren on this. If they throw the first 3 bans on him, it probably would make things a lot easier. Just completely ban him out, make him go on an uncomfortable pick, try and fit into a team comp or build around him. Makes it a little challenging. It's not a bad idea.
Agreed. We'll see. Okay, so we also have a lost ban this game from Bilgewater Surprise. You hate to see it, but you love to see rules being followed, I guess.
Absolutely.
They're sticking with the Singed ban. Singed and Lilia. Okay, so the Lilia obviously targeted at IC memes. Bung's Burger's going with Shyvana, Akali. TNT has been playing a lot of Akali lately, and I would not want to put him on that champion. That would be spooky. Guy Fieric has been playing a lot of Shyvana as well, although primarily in the jungle. And they're going to take away the Volibear flex pick as well.
There's the prio pick. There we go.
Yeah, I really would like this adaptation quite a bit if they just snag the Swain.
Yeah, if they don't, I
straight
would
up.
be so surprised for them to give it away. I mean, almost for sure they lock it in, and they do.
Yeah, nice adaptation from Bilgewater Surprise. You'd
Yeah.
love to see it.
Yeah, let's see what they can build around this Swain. Hopefully it's not, an awkward comp with just Swain taken away, Hopefully they're able to really incorporate it.
And we are going to see an immediate response from Bung's Burgers. The Cassiopeia locked in for, presumably for Clumsy Chocobo.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
We're seeing Cassiopeia locked in on red 1 as the Swain counterpick.
I had went back over to the stream just for a second, and I accidentally pulled up the other draft LOL, and I was very confused for a second.
XD.
Yep, you'll love to see it.
You'll love to see it. And there's the Opie Zeri making a reprisal for game 2. And they're
They run
hovering
back with that Diana.
Yeah. Are they going to just go back to it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Zero Death Diana's not a bad game.
Actually, we both got bamboozled. That is Bilgewater Surprise taking the Diana away from IC Memes.
Oh, another spicy pick. Now, are they going to be able to, and this is nothing about skill, it's an honest question, are they going to be able to actually play them? Or are these just takeaway picks? Are these champions that these players are comfortable on? Do you know?
That is a great question. Let's do some op.gg stalking here and see if Symphonia John has any Diana games under his belt. I'm not seeing any recently, I'll be honest. Oh,
Might be an old
there's
pocket pick,
one.
though.
He played a Diana game 3 days ago, so
So does actively play, just maybe not as much as his others. So, okay, might be going a little deep into the champ pool for this to pull off, but At least familiar enough, right?
Yeah, could be. And we're going to see a Zeri Leona bot lane for Bung's Burgers, followed by a Nautilus ban. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then Bilgewater Surprise with the Wukong ban aimed at IC memes. So they've double banned him and Denial picked him so far. There's a Kled takeaway, presumably from Guy Fieric.
So do we think the Swain is going to be support with Hodor Nation, or do you think the Swain is going to be mid? Because I think Bung's Burgers is assuming that it's going to be TNT on Swain.
You know, now that you point that out, that's a really good question. Jin Swain is a
It's pretty solid.
yeah, that's a pretty obnoxious bot lane. So, I wonder. I mean, they're probably just going to maintain the flex value of the pick for as long as they can. Of course, here in a second, they're going to have to reveal their hand. So, truth be told, I don't know. I think it could go either way. There's an Olaf lock-in on the side of Bung's Burgers. Is, in theory, a flex pick. My gut says that's going to IC memes. But I will check if Garfield Juice has played any Olaf top. And there's the Gragas coming back for Guy Fieric, presumably.
And again, Olaf could be a flex here too. I mean, Olaf post 6 definitely beats Gragas. Pop that ult and run it down.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So is that Dr. Mundo top, Gragas mid, Swain support? Or is that Dr. Mundo
No.
support? I'm
My initial guess is gonna be Gragas support. Makes the most sense compositionally with Mundo top, Swain mid, but you're right. I mean, there's quite a few iterations here that could be plausible. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what we're seeing from Bilgewater Surprise here. If it's not Swain mid, though, I would be. Then again,
I would say, just based off of what I've seen champion pool wise from us stalking on OPGG, Gragas definitely seems more like a champion that Hodor Nation would play rather than Swain. And same with TNT, probably Swain is more of his style mid than Gragas. So if I had to guess, I think you're right. Gragas support, Swain mid, Mundo top. That's going to be my lock-in.
now it begs the question, though: does TNT play Diana mid? Because then we've got even more flexibility possible here.
My brain. Ooh, somebody said, let's go. Siren said, let's go more obscure. Gen mid. That would be what? Swain Gragas. Oh my goodness, bot lane. Talk about a terrible time as an AD carry.
Yeah. I'm really
Will not be
intrigued to
fun.
see where these picks end up, in whose hands in which role, because in theoretically there's quite a bit of quadriflexing happening on Bilgewater Surprise. At least in theory, but we're gonna find out, and I am anxious to see who is playing what in which role. Meanwhile, we didn't necessarily touch on the Tom Kench locked in on R5. That makes me think it is Olaf jungle, and it is Tom Kench top in the capable hands of Mr. Garfield Juice.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Bung's Burgers definitely has a much more straightforward team composition. They simply want to run you down, and as soon as you turn to even possibly, re-engage on them, Cassiopeia is going to ult you right in your face. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of run it. You protect Zeri, and if you even try anything, I think I don't know. You got all these meat shields though on the side of Bilgewater. Hmm. This one's a little tougher to have a prediction on.
Yeah, hmm.
My gut's going Bung's Burgers.
My gut is going Bung's Burgers again. Yeah. I like their team comp a lot. Just kind of imagining the way it fits together, the way Olaf and Leona are going to run at you with Cassio machine gunning you. Um, it feels like there's just a lot of synergy with the way their comp plays out. Um, but Bilgewater surprise, we wanted
Nothing to scoff at.
adaptations. We wanted adaptations from them for game 2, and we absolutely got it. Right, we got the Swain takeaway, we got the Diana takeaway. Certainly a very different bot lane look, whether we're seeing Jin Swain, we're seeing Jin Gragas, Jin Mundo. We're not sure what's going into the support role as of yet. But
There's no world that they put Gragas into the Cassiopeia though, right? Like, there's no way.
There's no way. I know Gragas mid is theoretically a thing, but they're not putting TNT on Gragas mid.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's no way. So then that means that, I mean, I would say Gragas support is far more likely than Mundo, even though I have had Mundo support since solo queue. But not as often as Gragas.
I smell fear.
So,
Thinking about the order that they picked the champions, I don't know, man. It's such a tough one.
or Diana just goes mid, and then you've got
Yeah, if Diana goes mid, that opens up so many possibilities. Gragas jungle, Swain support, Mundo top.
and that honestly makes the most sense looking at their comp. I mean, if I was them, I don't know what they play, honestly, but I would say Diana mid, Gen 80 carry, obviously, Swain support, Gragas jungle, Dr. Mundo top. I think that makes the most sense personally, but we'll see, I guess.
Initially, we are seeing Guy Fieric take the Diana. So could they be flexing him into the jungle? Is question number one.
Covering the Sona, let's go.
The etiquette here is you are supposed to, quote unquote, supposed to take the champ that you're playing. And so Sinfonia John on Dr. Mundo could be top. Yeah, okay. Now my final quote-unquote prediction, now that I have more information to work with, is I think they're putting Guy Fieric jungle on the Diana, Sinfonia John top on Mundo, Hodor Nation on Gragas support. And we have Hook My Book coming back in. Oops, I messed up. There we go. We have Hook My Book coming back in on this game.
They have until, is it 30 seconds to make any swaps that they might need?
I believe it's 20 seconds at the end
20 seconds.
to make any swaps.
Somebody said we can't see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I forgot to switch to the client draft scene. Hopefully they can see now.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, that's a my bad. I'm gonna file that under the my bad category.
You know, you win some, you lose some, and that's okay. So it is looking, yeah, Gragas support as of right now.
We'll see if
Still
there are
a
any.
pretty annoying lane though.
Yeah. See if there are any last minute swaps here before we send you guys to a beloved commercial. I don't think we're going to see any last second swaps. And so there it is. I think we're going to be seeing Sinfonia John top on Dr. Mundo, Guy Fieric jungle on Diana, Swain mid TNT, and then Jin Gragas bot lane, Hook My Book, and Hodor Nation.
I'm loving the creativity from Bilgewater. They not only stole their champions, but they also, you know, swapped a whole bunch.
Yeah, they're swapping their pieces around to try and make it fit, and I like to see that, especially with given that there are a couple of subs on that squad tonight. They're trying to figure out how to make it work. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna run a 60-second ad. Stick with us, and we'll be back with PMA LCS Week 7 action between Bung's Burgers and Bilgewater Surprise. Boop boop boop.
Somebody was complaining about that, still seeing the ads with them being subbed, so I'm interested to see if they can actually hear us right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Siren said, I thought being subbed got rid of ads, so I'm assuming they still are seeing ads. Anyway, if you are here, back to another Bacon Bits.
Bacon bits.
What is a pig's favorite actor?
These are all
Kevin Bacon!
these are all pig and bacon themed. Oh, I freaking love
Yes.
it. I absolutely love it. And I think we are back from our ad break. Yeah, I really like the team comp on the side of Bung's Burgers quite a bit. And we will see. Again, but it's not to say that Bilgewater Surprise doesn't have a lot to work with too.
Yeah, they have multiple win cons. I mean, really, on the side of Bung's Burgers, in my opinion, it's going to be, can you get the Cassiopeia or the Zarya ahead, right? But realistically, I mean, you've got the Diana that can get ahead, the Swain that can get ahead, you've got the Jhin that can get ahead. I mean, if you really wanted to, Gragas could go burst as well.
Indeed, indeed.
You go Everfrost Gragas. Not a bad idea against this comp.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have my eyeballs glued to the jungle matchup personally, seeing what kind of early game work IC Memes can get done, and seeing if Guy Fieric is as capable on the Diana as we saw IC Memes was last game. So it should be a bit of a fun subplot here.
Personally, what I would like to see is a bot lane leash into an immediate bot lane gank from Diana.
Ooh, spicy.
That would be what I like to see. Have Jen start as W, Gragas start as E, dive in, get the free kill, get the push, get the bot lane ahead immediately. That way you can focus on some of these other lanes to get them ahead as well. Because I think, if I had to guess, Bung's Burgers is going to do a standard bot clear like they did last time, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect a counter gank. So that's kind of where my thoughts would be if I was playing Diana. Is how early can I get ahead?
Ooh, you love to see Tom Kench taking TP and Ignite in the top lane. Garfield
Spicy fish.
Garfield Juice is out for blood this game. You love it.
You know who else is out for blood? Apparently, my cat. I was walking through the dark to go get a drink from my fridge real quick, and while we're waiting, and she ran in between my legs, and I almost tripped.
Oh no!
But Shelly and I are both A-okay.
Bad pussycat. Bad pussycat.
She says meow.
Noodles says
In
arf arf.
response.
Noodles says arf arf. I'm stopped at 16 seconds, BT dubs.
Is it 16 seconds?
16.
Okay, I am at 24, so let me go back. So
I can get to
I
you.
just got by.
Honestly.
Okay. Now at 26 by accident. My bad.
You ready?
Yep.
16?
26?
Oh, 26? Okay.
Yep, sorry.
26 is good. And 3, 2, 1, go.
30 seconds until minions
GG
spawn.
TNT with the automatic 10 gold.
It doesn't suck when you get your mid laner ahead on EXP either. That's worth knowing that TNT is going to hit level 2 faster than Cassiopeia. Something about a gold-plated dog.
Minions have spawned.
One of my favorite skins in the game. Throwing beer, I almost said beer barrels. I guess those are beer barrels. Or bourbon barrels. I'm gonna go with bourbon barrels as a Kentucky gentleman myself.
Oh, the Gragas skin?
Yep.
Nice, nice.
Speaking of which, brothers, in the Midwest area, I refurbish bourbon barrels as a side hustle. Hit me up. Nah. Shameless plug, right?
That is super cool.
Yeah. I'll share some pics on Riot Games at some point. I've got a couple. Already having some oppression from the Swain in mid lane, from what I saw, just from the little snippet that we had. Hey, don't mess with a level 1 fish.
So we are seeing quite a bit of aggression out of the Tahm Kench here top lane. As he gets the push, he's got a bit of a CS lead so far. We'll see how much of that Mundo can pick up as he's applying a lot of pressure to this this Mundo, and obviously he's got the Ignite in his back pocket to threaten a solo kill. And we're seeing. Go ahead.
In a world where we have a potential 3v3 out of us in bot lane, because let's be real, we like to scrap here in the PMA LCS. Who do you think wins this 3v3? At this stage of
Early, you would think it would be the Olaf. But in comes the Diana. Both junglers on the bot side of the map, and
on a ward, though.
It very well could be that 3v3 you were talking about. Unless the call from IC Memes is brothers just back off, I'm going to my Gromp, which may be the case here.
Even with all the aggression from the Tahm Kench top lane, Dr. Mundo's sitting on top with a pretty 10 CS lead right now.
I don't know. Tahm Kench appears to be freezing that wave on him. We'll see. We'll see if that CS lead lasts. Oh, aggression here on the Leona. He's gonna try and turn it around onto the Jhin. And we got quite the 2v2 down here in the bot lane, but both sides are gonna burn their cooldowns and say, okay, that's enough. Young Gun's gonna go down here. There's first blood over to Hodor Nation on the Gragas. Opie's looking for a trade kill onto Hook My Book. Is he gonna get it? Yes, he is.
Oh, the outplay.
And Opie has hit level 4. He's trying to take down the Gragas as well. Will he get it for minion damage? I don't think so. The Gragas barely survives. He actually leveled up to level 4 as well. So Opie does get a trade kill, and both kills on the side of Bilgewater Surprise ended up going on to Gragas. So you don't love to see that, given that the Zeri did end up with a kill. Go ahead.
And I know that Opie did not get the kill onto the Gragas. However, the Gragas was not able to stay in lane long enough to push. So this wave is still, in fact, sitting in the middle of the lane for Zeri to get when they get back. So, not bad. Not too bad at all.
Yeah, it looks like it is pushing in favor, pushing toward the Jhin and the Gragas, but the Zeri and the Leona are going to have an opportunity to get this shoved all the way in.
So with the new Drake changes, is Olaf able to sneak those as early?
I don't know. Somebody get Frontlash in here. Let's ask him.
Mr. Early Drake Stealer himself.
I wouldn't think so, because I think that the Drakes are quite a bit tankier now. But Olaf is Olaf, and he's, you know, very good at taking those objectives, especially when he's low on health. So I would not be surprised if it's still something he's able to pull out of his bag of tricks. Garfield Juice hits level 6 first. Symphonia John is going to flash, try and get out of way of the catfish here. Meanwhile, we've got a scrap breaking out here in the bot river. Young Gun 18 a little bit in trouble. There's Guy Fieric, but he turns it back around. Wow, yeah, nice turnaround kill there onto the Gragas, and the Gragas' shutdown goes in the pocket of Olaf.
Yeah, strange choice to decide to engage onto the Leona instead of the Zeri.
Look at my book, walking up to 1v3 contest. He's gonna die. There's another kill into IC Memes' pockets.
Eric also in danger. The flash is away to safety. Here comes TNT. Can he get OP?
Don't sleep on the Swain. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable pullback. He gets Olaf shut down in a hurry. Then Clumsy Chocobo on the Casio takes down Swain. It became a bit of a bloodbath in this bot river, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Holy moly.
So Olaf now has 2 kills in his pocket. Casio now has 1 in her pocket. Diana ended up with 1 as well. And as did Swain. Gold
if Swain
lead.
is not already in your OP tier, he should be now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that champion is a lot.
As you were saying about gold lead, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna point out that Bung's Burgers is at almost 1,000 gold lead, just about 1,000. Maybe we'll call it 900. With a lot of that gold being in the pocket of Olaf, and to a lesser extent Cassiopeia. So keep your eyes on those two and how they're going to be able to use those resources. Oh, 100 gold.
Let's talk about the CS advantage right now in bot lane. 15 CS up for OP on Zeri.
Yeah, he is. He's showing that he is in good form as always. And after having picked up one of those kills in that 1 for 2, he was able to come back to lane with his Vampiric Scepter. Looking pretty spicy. Oh, scrap in the mid lane here. TNT is a level up, but Casio just does not care. She's stacking her Conqueror and machine gunning down that Swain. Diana, meanwhile, steps on a ward in that bot River Brush. Nice engage from Lodor Nation.
OP going in a little too aggressive.
We're going to see 2 quick kills for the blue squad, with 1 coming back for the red squad. Look, my book opens up here, trying to pick off the Leona. Will he be able to? Not quite. But the dragon is, as a result, going to go over to Bilgewater Surprise.
Let's see if Garfield Juice can get some range or, some vision, or potentially start the Rift Herald, it looks like.
Seems like a solid way to use your top lead.
Looks like he gave up on it. Smart to go catch the wave. Do see some wards down here in the bushes for the side of Bilgewater. And teleport available on Symphony and John and not on Garfield Juice. So we could see for a play teleport flank onto the bot side. So keep an eye on that.
Not for 3 minutes we won't, my man. Not till it's 14 on the clock. Don't forget about
oh, you're right.
the old unleashed teleport changes.
That is right. Sorry. I forgot about those. Shows how much I play top lane right now with all the 80 carry I've been playing.
Now, don't get me wrong. If I was in this game and I were playing a TP champ, yeah, I'd be licking my lips. Like right here. Hodor Nation in some trouble. He flashes. I see memes thinking about it. Not gonna chase him under the turret.
A good use of ultimate by the Leona. You know, it's unfortunate that they weren't able to follow up, but you know, good way to remind them of, hey, don't forget you got a Leona in this lane, and you better respect it.
Oh, and in comes the dive. Leona tanking with her aftershock. Clean dive there from Bung's Burgers. And who ended up with the kill? Was that the Zeri? I think so.
Yep, I do believe so. And not to mention, the wave is pushed, so he's not just, you know, dying and giving over that gold. It's all the gold lost to the wave, the plates that are happening right now. This is a huge swing in momentum for the bot lane.
Enormous, and Opie is 2 levels up at the moment. We are seeing a scrappy 2v2 breakout here in the red quadrant of Bilgewater Surprise. They are going to lose the 2v2 to the Cassio Olaf, and then we're going to see Swain flash away. And don't look now, but Cassio's got 2 kills as well, and she's got a little mini bounty on her head.
Nobody saw that. It's okay. We're getting some dogs in the chat.
Some dogs?
Some dogs in the chat.
There's some arf arf arfs happening from Noodles in the background. Probably what they're responding to. Aw, she's being a good girl sitting on the couch now.
Garfield Juice just getting so close with his W every time, but just again not able to connect. Symphony and John just barely out of range.
Meanwhile, starting to see some key item completions and some mythics being done here. Oh, Guy Fieric looking for the top lane gank, but Olaf is going to be here as well. This is going to be a 2v2.
A good turnaround, potentially a stun on the Guy Fieric coming up.
Bloodshed in the bot lane, bloodshed in the top lane. How can we keep up with both? There's another kill in Opie's pocket in the bot lane, and in the top lane we saw Guy Fieric go down to the Tom Kench appears to have picked up the kill there. So directed camera trying to see all the action at the same time. But we see yeah, go ahead.
Opie said directed camera, hey, over here, look at us.
Look at me, look at me!
Oh, almost connected from Young Gun. See the blade. Flash is in though, however.
Aggressive flash from Young Gun. He's going to go down to the turret. That's going to be a double kill for Hook My Book.
The patience to sit back and just not get, you know, filled with anxiety of seeing two laners in your face at such low health. Very nice job of being patient and capitalizing on a big overextension from the
You
side
know,
of
if you count the
Bungers.
turret as a teammate, that was a 2v2, you know?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Hook
I
my
think
book said,
most
I'll
damage.
take my odds.
Yeah.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Bilgewater with the Trost Blood turret, though, however, using the Rift Herald top lane.
And they're going to pick up their second dragon after the botched dive from Zeri and Leona. So, as much as Bilgewater Surprise is at a gold deficit, we are seeing them gain some traction in this game with the two dragons.
And Hook My Book is becoming relevant. He did finish his Gale Force. And it is honestly, if we're looking at just what's on the map right now, it's pretty much dead even with Zeri at this point.
In comes IC Memes in the bot lane. He's going to tear down this Jhin, and there's the TP from mid lane as well. It's going to be a 4v1, no a 4v2 as Guy Fieric gets involved. Hodor Nation goes down to Zeri. And Bung's Burgers are just finding these aggressive picks, finding these advantageous skirmishes across the map. We're seeing the junglers throw down here. IC Memes has a level lead over the Diana, and he knows it. He's also got his support with him, and down goes Guy Fieric. There's another kill in the pocket of Olaf.
Poor Symphony and John's just been sitting on an island by himself, holding his own against a very, very oppressive Tom Kench.
Now, is he holding his own, or is he about to get a solo kill? He was
He's about to get that solo
he's
kill.
looking super, super, super close here. He lands another briefcase blind. Lands another one. Is he going to try to dive the Tom Kench? No, there's no turret there, dummy. He is still chasing the Tom Kench, who's licking, trying to make some space between himself and the Mundo. Tom Kench getting dangerously low, and was something about a wet noodle fight, but IC Memes shows up to ruin the 1v1.
Oh,
And
man.
Tom Kench wins it. Jungle diff and all chat.
I was loving that wet noodle 1v1. Just
Yeah,
had to
that
ruin
was a blasty blast, let me tell you.
But well played, in all seriousness. Well played, IC Memes. I can imagine Garfield on comms just screaming for help the entire time.
Ooh, a flank TP here from the Tom Kench. Bung's Burgers has a 4K gold lead, and they are going to fight with it. Meanwhile, TNT pops his ulti, goes in, making space. Down goes the Olaf. And we finally see an advantageous fight for Bilgewater Surprise. That's 3 kills to 1. They're going to run over to Herald and try to get it before it despawns.
That was a ton of damage coming out from the side of Bilgewater.
Yeah, really well played by them. A nice decisive engage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Bung's Burgers looking for that consolation prize of that mid turret. And down goes the Herald. We see Diana picking up the purple eyeball. She was thinking about summoning it mid right away, it looked like, but she was on a ward. Ping's going down onto Dragon. I'd like to see Bilgewater Surprise use Herald as Dragon spawns so that they can use that pressure to help them get that third Drake. That would be a really nice macro play from them.
Personally, I would like to see it dropped from that little nook right by blue side's red buff spawn, right before you get into mid lane. So right on the other side of the woods there, placing it and letting it hit that turret, and then running in to take the Drake. But that's, I mean, you gotta get a lot of vision control for that. But looks like they're using it just in the brush of the river here. Just
Yeah.
we'll let you deal with this.
And 45 seconds before Dragon spawns, so they're going to try and turn it into a fight, possibly. They land the pullback on the Casio. Not quite able to finish off this turret. And meanwhile, Olaf is looking for a flank here from the river.
I would like to see them be a little bit more patient and use that with not only on purpose, but with the ability to capitalize off of it. Not even getting a turret off of it. It feels bad.
Yeah, it does feel kind of bad.
I see memes in some danger here. Stays alive, still, but not for long. Roll off
TNT
down.
picks up the kill credit. Here's Cassio TPing in. Bung's Burgers is going to try and turn this fight after the jungler dies. There's the flash ult from the Cassio.
Opie in danger.
And it's absolute chaos here. But Bilgewater Surprise is going to clean up this fight. It's a 5-4-2. There's an ace for Bilgewater Surprise, and they are going to pick up their third dragon, taking them to Soul Point. What a fight, and what a great pick on the enemy jungler, picking off the Olaf so that they were then in a 5v4. Nicely played from Bilgewater Surprise.
Yeah, at a 2K deficit, play them like they're 5K ahead. What an absolute play by them, and you know, now they're looking for Soul Point after this here shortly.
So we are seeing a very close game here, folks. 1.5k gold lead for Bung's Burgers. But Bilgewater Surprise has really gotten a foothold in this game, and they've got a win con with that Infernal Soul coming up in 4.5 minutes. You gotta think they're gonna be playing around that heavily.
How patient can they be in these 4.5 minutes? So unless they're making a play for Baron, there's not really a whole lot to fight over right now. Not a whole lot of... Oh! Tom Kench noises scared me for a second. Thought the fish was going in. Sorry about that.
Unclog the frog.
This Kench is definitely unblenched. 3-1-1. 20 CS up.
Stacking up his Winter's Approach.
225 currently. Not a whole lot of action going on right now, just simply clearing waves, trying to get some vision down when possible, but everyone taking it a little slow right now, pumping the brakes.
We're seeing mostly matched lane assignments as well with the duo lane. Oh, and as I say that, a couple of flashes blown here.
Yeah, I think after the blown flashes, you just kind of let that play go. Questionable all by Hodor Nation there.
They do get the flash off the Zeri though, so she could be a prime target if another skirmish breaks out.
Absolutely, you get the Swain and Diana on top of this area, and it's gonna go pretty quick, I think.
Swain heads back to base. He's side laning against the Cassio. He just finished his Rylai's and grabbed a stopwatch as well, so he is certainly on a powerful point of the game. Cassio's on 2 items as well. She's got her Seraph's Embrace transformation. No, she's on 3 items now, so the no boots effect really coming in strong for this Cassio.
1,100 gold in your pocket. You could buy a whole bunch of pink wards when we play Cassiopeia.
That's true. You sure can.
I better see at least 7 pink wards coming out of you, Clumsy Chocobo.
Yeah, come on, Clumsy Chocobo. Let's see some pink wards. Roll the dice. You feeling lucky?
Instead of getting an item, just buy nothing but pink wards every time you back.
We are seeing pings going down on the Infernal Drake. Again, Bilgewater Soul is on Soul Point. Bilgewater Surprise, rather, is on Soul Point. For the moment, Bung's Burgers has total control of this bot river. Look at all that vision they have going all the way down the river. But we're going to see Bilgewater Surprise try and retake that territory as they set up for the Drake. Code Ordination. Yeah. Burns Leona's Flash.
It would really help if they could, either team, if they could just crack one of these mid lane turrets open before the Drake fight, but doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen.
True. Both teams being very stubborn in protecting their mid turret. 10 seconds till Drake. Bilgewater Surprise not in a great position here. Total vision control on the side of Bung's Burgers. But in goes TNT. He pops the Ghost. He pops the ulti. Hits a double root. There's a nice triple Diana ultimate to back up the Swain.
A great ult by Clumsy Chocobo on the back line, but it gets zoned away.
OP is free firing, but TNT is still alive and still in his ulti. Is Bilgewater Surprise going to be able to win this? No. Zeri takes down the Swain, but now it's come down to a 2v2.
Chocobo
the Cassio
with the
is still,
damage.
yeah, the Cassio is still alive. She's machine gunning down the remaining members of Bilgewater Surprise, and she is out for blood. She wants this Jhin, and there's the ace for Bung's Burgers. It's a 5 for 3. What an explosive and exciting team fight that was. My goodness.
That was a lot of fun to watch. I see memes just throwing absolute dingers in this game. Nice job.
And we see the Cassio really taking over that fight. As you know, if I'm as a mid control mage player myself, I love the feeling of saying, okay, I've completed my third item, let's fight now. And so they had the luxury of being able to fight on that power spike for the Cassiopeia, and we saw it really we saw her really shine in that fight.
Absolutely, it was an incredible miasma and ultimate on their entire back line whenever they tried to engage. And it just kind of looked like the front line of Bilgewater just kind of didn't realize that their damage dealers just weren't with them because of that ultimate.
Meanwhile, let's do a bounties check here. The Zeri claimed Swain's bounty, so Zeri got a 700 gold total off the Swain. And the Cassio got Dr. Mundo, 450 total off of that. The gold lead is now 300 for Bung's Burgers, so still a very close game. Almost closer to 2.5k, actually. And Clumsy Chocobo has picked up a stopwatch.
A pretty smart idea to go for the Zonius build, you know, because once they collapse on top, you just pop the Zonius, hopefully try and wait it out and, you know, deal a ton of damage right before you get popped again, I guess. There's just so much engage on the side of Bilgewater. The Leona can always get a really sick, nasty ult too, though. Be game changing.
Very true, very true. We are seeing some posturing around the mid lane here. Bilgewater Surprise's outer turret is still up.
Well, GNT looking to go in top lane, but Garfield Juice just simply walks away and outlasts the ultimate and goes back in.
And Tom Kench has got friends along the way. Olaf and Leona both showing up. TNT is in danger. I think he's going to go down here. There's a killing spree for IC Memes. Meanwhile, in the mid lane...
Good flash by OP to get out of the range of the Jhin ultimate.
Yeah, Bilgewater Surprise tries to punish, but... Meanwhile,
Honestly,
we're
with
seeing...
these two, they could take it if they wanted to.
Yeah, we're seeing Bung's Burgers start the Baron after getting that pick on the mid laner. There's a nice turn coming in. Leona's on the hook my book. Olaf is onto the Jhin. This Jhin is going to go down real quick. And Cassiopeia has joined the fight with her TP as well. This is looking like a clean fight for Bung's Burgers. That's going to result in them 3 kills from this fight in addition to the Swain pick. And Baron's going to be free for them.
Just when I was about to say Younggun not having anybody to follow up on that beautiful Zenith blade, all of a sudden you see the Cassiopeia come in and just do an insane amount of damage to help clean up and keep this area alive. And like you said, clean fight overall. Rotation to Baron. Back to reset. Clean. That's all I can say. Clean. Nice job, Bugs Burgers.
Clean, clean, clean. And what was a 3-ish thousand gold lead is now nearly 6,500 in favor of Bung's Burgers.
What is the point of stopwatches? I agree, but the one thing that I will say that feels good is whenever you have enough gold for Zonias, but you haven't just backed yet, and you have that stopwatch and you use it in a fight and it changes it, and then you back and spend your gold and you get Zonias and you have it up again.
Oh,
good feeling.
Love that feeling as a control mage player. Love it.
So I will say overall, because of that, I like the stopwatch.
But 650 gold is a lot, you know.
It is.
Another one of those things I would say, make sure you're getting maximum value out of your stopwatch, you know, because 650 gold is more than 2 kills worth of gold. So, something to keep in mind. Triple pullback from the Swain. In he goes. There's his window. Swain is in this fight neck deep. Meanwhile, the Gragas has gone down quickly. Despite the heroics from Swain, we are seeing Bilgewater Surprise lose this fight. Really heroic effort there from the Swain with the triple pullback. Gets way deep in his ultimate across 4 or 5
Almost
members.
Stolen by Hook My Book. That was so close with the Q.
Yeah, Jhin trying to pull off some heroics here too, but alas, despite heroics from the Swain, Bung's Burgers takes their second Drake and 8,000 gold lead as they are pushing down mid with their Baron buff.
Yeah, it looks so good, and then you realize you're running into Cassiopeia with a roughly 40 CS lead, 6-1 and 10.
Yeah.
Whew.
Olaf's got Spirit Visage and Hex Drinker. Tom Kench has got Spirit Visage. So really the side of Bung's Burgers recognizing that Swain Diana is going to be a lot of the damage of this team. Jhin obviously is going to do damage in bursts, but if you can live through the Swain and live through the Diana while your Olaf runs down the Jhin, you're in really good shape in these team fights.
Absolutely, and we're looking at the lead of the Zeri and the Jhin, and you got a 1-level lead currently. Not to mention about 80 CS difference right now.
Yeah, that is a massive canyon there for the Zeri.
Has GA completed as well, something to take note of. I love that icy memes can just run into lane and everybody scatters.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a 10-kill Olaf. 26 kill participation out of 29. Unbelievable.
Whew. TNT in a little bit of trouble here. Alts, let's see what happens. Can he outplay it? The rest of the team's collapsing in here. Leona with the Zenith Blade in to help protect, but Guy Fieric falls to Darkfield Juice. And Bung's Burgers just absolutely wiping the floor yet again.
Yeah, they're so far ahead that at this point it's just nigh impossible for Bilgewater Surprise to find an advantageous fight. And, you know, this Swain and this Diana are just not doing that much damage when you look at the itemization on the side of Bung's Burgers.
Icy Memes is running at Business Mundo, like, just screaming, let me talk to your manager.
Let me speak to your supervisor.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
So the mid inhib goes down. Over an 11k gold lead. Make it 12 for Bung's Burgers now. They are firmly in control of this game. Now, Bilgewater Surprise still on Soul Point, and so with this dragon spawning in about 45 seconds, there's always the possibility for a steal, for a 50-50 smite fight.
If there's any form of extended fight, though, I think that Bung's Burgers is just going to wipe the floor again. I mean, I'm just looking at the deficit here, and every single member of Bung's Burgers has a level advantage on their laning opponent.
Yeah, that's when things really start to get out of hand. We see a Desperation Baron attempt here from Bilgewater Surprise when they see the Cassio bot lane with no TP, but she's going to be here at some point. She's
extended fight.
She's slithering up, slithering up. TNT in the back line with his ulti. Jin gets the shutdown on Olaf. Jin gets a double kill. Are we finally seeing Bilgewater Surprise win a fight? Down goes to Swain, though, because Cassio is still alive, though, and Zeri and Cassio are turning this fight.
Clumsy Chocobo with a beautiful Zonia is able to withstand it and doing massive amounts of damage to let the Zeri turn around for a triple kill.
It looked so good for Bilgewater Surprise at first, but they could not take down those carries on the side of Bung's Burgers. We see Cassio with the clutch Zonias. We see Zeri survive the whole fight, free firing. And eventually, once the Swain goes down, they were able to turn that fight on its head. And Bung's Burgers is now looking to end this game. Hook my book. Gonna go down under his turrets, and there's the ace for Bung's Burgers.
Just so much sustain on the side of Bung's Burgers that any type of extended fight is just gonna go in favor for them at this point, and they definitely took advantage of it and let the Cassiopeia and Zeri just shred the side of Bilgewater Surprise.
And that's going to be a clean 2-0 for Bung's Burgers. Congratulations, GG, well played to all.
I will say, even with the 0-2 loss, the Bilgewater was very clever with how they had to handle with their subbing situation and pick ban situation. We wanted changes game 2, and they definitely gave them to us. And honestly, the people on those champions performed pretty well. So kudos to them to be able to try and change up the pick ban to get an advantage and really just going for it. Unfortunately, not able to get the win, though.
Yeah, you love to see the adaptations, and you love to see the near comeback win in that team fight was really something, really clutch for Bilgewater Surprise. I'm throwing together a straw poll here for Game 2 MVP. looking at some of these post-game stats. Look at the Olaf damage. Are you serious? 44.5k damage from an Olaf. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm seeing here in chat, Hodor Nation saying that he picked the Gragas, because he thought that the his dash in would interrupt the Zenith Blade, and apparently it does not. That's interesting. I would think that the same as Hodor Nation. I would think that it would interrupt it, but apparently it does not. Interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
So looking at the team here, a lot of options here that you could choose for MVP, but the two that I'm looking at here, you've got Julio, Clumsy Chocobo on Cassiopeia, with a 20 KDA, pretty disgusting. But the Opie on the Zeri, I'm looking at that damage here. 44, nearly 45,000 K. I mean, 40,000 damage as an AD carry. Nothing to scoff at.
Nothing to scoff at all. And I look at that Olaf damage as well, and I just think, oh my gosh.
Oh, I didn't
I
even
see
realize
memes
that
out of his
was
mind.
Olaf damage. I thought that was Cassiopeia. Oh my goodness. That is a ton of damage for an Olaf.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, I mean, lot of choices here. What do y'all say in the chat? Who you vote for? Who got game 1 MVP, by the way?
That went to none other than Clumsy Chocobo on his Swain. And he won that poll quite handily, I will say. Alright, we're going to give another minute to this Game 2 MVP poll. If you don't mind, friends, get your votes in here.
Bung's Burgers with 3 members of their team with over 400 gold a minute. Impressive. The fact that they're able to distribute to their carries like that is it's not easy. A lot of times you accidentally wind up funneling into one champ, and then that one champ gets shut down, and then all of a sudden, it just feels like a normal game instead of stomping everybody.
Yeah, they played around their win conditions remarkably well both games, I would say.
Yep, I definitely agree.
Alright, so we are seeing a neck-and-neck race here in MVP Game 2 between IC Memes and Young Gun 18.
Who's going to be the tiebreaker? Or hear me out. We have them do a quick 1v1. Duke it out.
Quick little 1v1 on Howling Abyss, you know? Alright, so... Oh, there we see a tie-breaking vote for Young Gun 18 as the Game 2 MVP. So we're going to call it for Young Gun 18, the Game 2 MVP. So if Clumsy Chocobo and Young Gun 18 would meet us in Player of the Game chat, we'll do a quick post-game interview, and then we will wrap this up. Boop 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 boop. Player of the game. 1.
Julio had to go to the beach, so he's got to go to bed because he's got to get up in like 6 hours.
Gotcha. Well, we are happy to have you here to interview, brother. Good games. How are you feeling after that decisive 2-0?
It's a good one, man. I had a couple fun games. It really stinks that they had to sub like over half their team, but they played really well. So
Yeah, they really did. All things considered, they put up a really good fight despite having to have so many subs. So, welcome, IC Memes.
Hi. I've been asked to fill in since Clumsy Chocobo has to be up in 6 hours. So,
Well, we are happy you're here. Good games. How are you feeling after the decisive 2-0?
uh, pretty good. I mean, we came in knowing what we wanted to do. Um, they still banned my Hecarim for some reason, and yeah, it's a good time.
You played super well. Let's see, you were on the Diana game 1, and then on the Olaf game 2, you did nearly 45,000 damage on an Olaf. How in God's name did you do that much damage?
I mean, how did Opie outdamage me on his third game of Zeri? Time will tell.
That was actually his third game of Zeri?
I think he started playing. Well, it might be like his fourth or fifth. He started playing it today when we were doing 5 stacks, and he was just like, "Oh, this feels really good, guys. I want to play this." I'm like, "Oh, "Okay, hell yeah."
That is
Well,
So,
awesome.
so yeah.
so Young Gun, talk to us about some of those just absolutely nasty hooks that you had in game one.
so it seems to be my motto as a support is overwhelming aggression. So
Mhm.
I just try to be in your face and make plays, and whether it works out or not, it's fun for me. So I guess that's the whole point of the league is to have fun.
Oh,
So
it's not to rage and tilt? What?
no, definitely not to
Hold
rage
on,
and
that's
tilt.
a hot button issue. We'll get to that later. um, yeah, no. Julio is disgusting. Like as a support player, his Leon is good. His Nautilus is good.
I mean, Alan.
He's been working on enchanters that are looking really good. Like honestly, as a Janna main, his Janna's pretty good. Like
Yeah, I don't.
uh, you
I
just
just
need to
I like
just
playing aggressive stuff. That's the
yeah,
main
just
thing.
and that's the thing. Like on Janna, you can't do the flash ult combo every time it's available. My guy, it
Yeah,
doesn't
I know.
always work.
Scrims are a little funny sometimes. So, what? I
But
got killed because I only have 1,000 health. Damn it! How do
but
people play this shit?
yeah, no, he's really been impressing me. Um, yeah, especially these past 3 weeks, I feel like it's really come together. Where me and him kind of like are on the same wavelength. Like he'll talk to me like I'm going for a deep river ward. I'm like, oh sweet, I'm in the area. I'll cover you. Uh, and so things just work out really well.
Yeah, no, it definitely seemed to. We were complimenting a lot of the warding actually throughout both games. Pretty dominant throughout. Very good job of going in to clear it out and then defending and not just going away from, oh, I cleared it out and put some wards down when we walk away. Did a good job defending it too. So kudos.
Yeah, and I do think one of the reasons we were able in game one specifically, game two was a little different. I know Hodor talked about the Gragas, but that was still kind of hard to deal with. But in game one, I never felt intimidated by the Tarek at any given point, almost to the point that it was like kind of like I got kind of bored, so we kind of dove one time we probably shouldn't have. That kind of ego gaming moment, if you will. But it enabled OP to just farm his ass off because we really were never scared of them at any given point in that lane.
Yeah, game one was interesting. Like legitimately, our lanes were so like safe and stable that I was just like, guys, I'm just gonna farm for 15 minutes. I'll see y'all later. I honestly don't think I did anything except PvE that game, and it was basically just won by Julio making good rotations and Alan and OP dominating. Like Did Jonesy die a couple times top? Yeah, but he's Sejuani top versus a Gragas, so it's not exactly game breaking.
Yeah, no, true. And we were saying, it started off kind of slow, and then it just, the gas pedal just progressively got pushed down, and the snowball just kept getting bigger. Every small advantage turned into a slightly larger one, and you all were in control for a large majority of that game.
Hmm.
Well, gentlemen, we really enjoyed the series. GG's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out, and covering all these games every week. It makes the league look really good. We appreciate you for what you guys do as well.
Yeah,
Our
no, it's always fun.
Our pleasure. Thank you guys. And on behalf of myself, on behalf of my boy Double Bacon Wrap, this has been Bung's Burgers versus Bilgewater Surprise, and a clean 2-0 for Bung's Burgers. Thank you for tuning in. We will have more PMA LCS action tomorrow night. Signing off.
Peace out.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.